Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about some summer favorites. So I kind of picked one product from like every category, just what I've been loving, reaching for like almost every single day. I realized this was not the makeup look to wear during this video because I filmed like a full face of nothing new or like products I never reach for, that kind of video. So none of what I'm going to talk about is actually on my face, but if you've watched any of my videos from the past few weeks, you've seen me use these products, and I'm just going to kind of give you the rundown. I also have a few little lifestyle faves at the end, so yeah, should be a good time. Okay, I have one kind of skincare product, and that is the Drunk Elephant Tinted Sunscreen. I love this little guy. I'm totally out of it now, and I'm trying another one, and it's not tinted, and it's just not the same. I mentioned this in my Sephora VIB recommendations. The reason I recommend it is because it doesn't give you that white cast, which I don't have to worry about too much, but it just gives your skin like a nice bronzy glow. It's not too heavy on the skin. It's nice and hydrating. It's a physical sunscreen. It's 20% zinc oxide. It gives you really good sun protection, and it is also reef safe. So I just wanted to kind of throw that little niblet in there. It's a really great sunscreen. It is kind of pricey. It's like $30, but I think it's worth it. I think definitely don't get the original one. I don't think that one's worth it. There's drugstore sunscreens that do the same thing, but the tinted sunscreen, man, it's good. It's where it's at. All right, so next up is a primer. Now, I don't wear primer every single day. I just don't. It's mostly because I'm lazy. Yeah. I also don't feel like I need it too much, but when I do reach for the primer, especially this summer, I've been really liking the Henriksen Banana Bright Primer. This is a lovely primer. So it's a vitamin C primer. So what it does is it really helps to even out and kind of brighten the skin tone before you put on makeup. So I find this really does help kind of tone down my redness. It also it smooths things out just a little bit. It gives you like a little bit of a glow, like not too much. I have like a whole first impressions on this. I'll link it up there if you wanna go watch it. But it's a great primer. I think that this could work on pretty much any skin type. It really does help keep my makeup on throughout the day, even though that's not one of the claims, but I do notice, especially around my nose, whenever I'm wearing this, my makeup stays on a little bit better. So especially if I'm wearing something like super dewy or sheeny, this underneath really helps to kind of lock it in. I really like this primer. I think it would work on pretty much anybody. So for foundation, the past few weeks I've really been liking the new Anastasia foundation, but thinking back to like over the whole summer, the product that I've reached for the absolute most has been the IT Cosmetics CC cream. This is an old favorite for a reason. The shade range is terrible and needs serious help, but the formula is so good. It's an SPF 50, so you get a little extra sun protection. I still do an SPF underneath, but that's really great. The coverage of this is phenomenal. I think that it's really, really customizable, so you can definitely get like a full coverage look out of this, even though it is like a CC cream. It's like a medium to full coverage foundation, but you can definitely build this up to get that full coverage look. I typically go for like a medium, so I'll just do like one pump of this all over the face. It applies beautifully with a brush, a sponge. I've applied this with my fingers before and it works well. You just kind of have to use less of it. I love this mixed in with a moisturizer to kind of sheer it out to make like a little bit of a tinted moisturizer. It's just beautiful. The shade is good for me right now in the summer. I have the shade Fair. It is a little dark for me when I get into winter time, so this is why it's more of a summer favorite than anything else, but it's a great product. If you can find a shade that works for you, I highly recommend it. They do sell some minis. Again, not very many shades. I don't know if they have the shade Fair. I know they have light and medium, but it's a great product. I think there's a reason it's been around for so long. So yeah, that's been my fave this summer. It's also nice and hydrating. It gives you like a really glowy, dewy look. It mixes well, plays nice with other products. It's a great mixing product, and yeah. That's everything. The concealer I've been using has actually been the Fenty Beauty concealer in shade 120. I still don't know if this is like my favorite formula, but I've been using it pretty much every single day, so I must like it. I know this is sort of a controversial concealer, so to speak, just that I know not everyone loves this formula. But I quite like it just for something quick and easy because it gives really good coverage right off the bat. I don't find it too matte or drying. It can sometimes crease a little bit, but I don't really mind. It's good for spot concealing and it works under the eye. So it's just really a good all-around concealer when I just need something quick. Just to add a little bit coverage, I'll put a little of this on. I'll usually let it kind of sit there for a minute while I do other things, and then I'll start tapping it in with a finger, and then I'll go over with a sponge, and that works really well. But it's just kind of quick and easy, gives me some good coverage, and gets me out the door. So I have been quite liking this one. I apologize if you can hear construction noises. They're doing construction like right there. Okay, for a powder, so again, powder's not something I use like day to day, but the one powder that I do like is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. This is a beautiful, beautiful powder. It has a little bit of luminescence to it, so it kind of has a little bit of a sheen, but you don't really see that on the face. It just helps it to not look super dry. And that's what I love about it. I think it's the perfect powder for dry skin. It looks nice under my eyes. It does help keep my makeup on a little bit longer. So usually when I use this, I'll just set kind of right here around my nose and like my smile lines, and it just keeps my makeup on a little bit longer. It kind of helps to brighten and smooth underneath the eye and around my pores. It's a wonderful powder. And they do carry a mini at Sephora. I think it's definitely a better deal to get the full size, but if you don't want to invest in like the big one, they do sell a mini. I highly recommend checking this guy out, and it's been my fave. It's been like the only powder I've reached for pretty much all summer. So my kind of bronzer contour type product has been the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Mocha. I've been using a lot of creams this summer. No, it doesn't. It's not the most long-lasting thing ever, but it's so quick and easy, and it fades nice throughout the day. It doesn't look weird. What I do is I'll take a brush. I think this is a Benefit brush actually, but something that has a little bit of give to it, but isn't like super, super fluffy. And I'll just pick this up with a brush and kind of just swirl it on really quickly. Gives you a lovely little bronzy glow without being like too much, and it's just so easy to blend out. So it's quick and easy, gets me out the door. So I've been reaching for this almost every single day. I can also draw it on and blend it out with a beauty blender, but I just prefer to take the brush and kind of like swirl it around, do a little zhuzhing on my face, and then I'm good to go. I find it blends out like a dream. But yeah, that's what I've been using. The color is really great. I know a lot of people like the shade Amber who are fair for contouring. I don't contour that often, so I really like the shade Mocha because it just gives me a little bit of a bronzing action. They have quite a few shades in this range. It's just been my fave. It's just been what I've been reaching for this summer. So next is I'm kind of cheating. I'm counting this as my highlighting product because it really has been what I've been using as like a highlighter type thing pretty much all summer. And that's the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filt'r. Are you tired of me talking about this? Because I am. It's just beautiful. I've been using this as like a tinted moisturizer. Mostly the main ways I use it are as a tinted moisturizer just kind of all over, or as a like real subtle highlight. I use it both ways. I use it without foundation, with foundation, whatever. It's just so beautiful. It gives you the skin such a nice glow. It's really great at adding a little bit of hydration and glow into foundations, and I just love it, and it's just been my fave. So my most reach for blush is definitely the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Stick in Raleigh. I use this almost every single day, but since you've heard me talk about this 8 million times, I wanted to mention another one, and that is the Flower Beauty Blush Balm in the shade Melon. I love these. They're a little bit more matte than the Milk Stix. This one is quite dewy, but this is more of just like a natural soft matte finish. These are beautiful. They definitely pack a punch. You only need a little bit, but they blend out like a dream. This is a nice like peachy shade. I want to get some more colors of this, but they are like always sold out. So if you can find one, just like grab it, just pick it up. These are beautiful on the face. I use this a lot when I want like a super like mega blush, lots of blush look. I really quite like them. If this is like a little bit too sticky and dewy for you, I think you definitely like these if you want to try out a cream blush, because these do kind of set down all the way on the face, but they still look really beautiful and hydrated. For brows, I've been using this little combo here. So lately what I've been doing, oh, I forgot one very important ingredient. There we go. This little combo here. So what I've been doing is I've been going in, and again, I didn't do this today because we were trying out other things. Okay, let's move past it. So what I've been doing recently is I've been taking the lash primer, putting this all through my brows, and then taking like a clean spoolie and kind of like zhuzhing them up, kind of like the soap brow technique. It just adds a lot of texture and volume and kind of keeps them up. And this is the Marc Jacobs lash primer. And then I've been going in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. Now, I did a video using this and I used way too much and I got it all over my face and it was awful. But I've kind of learned how to use this. You have to wipe off almost all of the product when you first pull it out. It's literally like Dip Brow liquefied, but you have to really wipe it off and use just the gentlest little baby hand and try not to get too much on your skin, and it just gives the brows such a full, thick, fluffy look, and really gets that color coated on the hair. So I like to use that after the primer, and it just really coats the brow hairs and makes them look nice and fluffy. And then I've been going in with the Urban Decay Brow Blade. I've been really loving this. I wish they sold just the pen by itself because I don't use the pencil as much anymore. I do sometimes if I want a more structured brow and it is a nice pencil, I enjoy it. But the pen is so good. My only gripe with these is the colors are the colors are weird. The color I have, Taupe Trap, works well for me. It is a little bit warmer than I would say most taupes, but I think it still works for my hair. And the other shades that are like okay are the Neutral Nana and then the Dark Drapes, the kind of two darker colors. Those pull pretty neutral as well, but the rest of them look like straight up orange, and that's not about that life. So I wish that they kind of reformulated their colors a little bit, but the ink stain formula is so nice. You can get such a fine little microbladed look. So what I've been doing is I've been doing these two, kind of letting them set a little bit, and then going in with this guy and just kind of adding in those little hair strokes where I need it, where like filling in any gaps, adding a little bit more zhuzh to it, and that has been giving me a really nice, natural, like super fluffy brow look, which I've been loving lately in the summer. And then the last step is the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. This has been a fave for years and years and years. I absolutely love it. It's the only clear brow gel I'll buy. This just keeps the hairs in place so well. So I use this whether I'm doing that fluffy brow look or if I'm doing a little bit more of a structured brow look like I did today, I'll still use it. It keeps the brows in place so well, keeps them standing up, and it's like $2. I pray that they never discontinue this because I will be so upset. It's so good. I buy backups every time I get it because again, it's like $2. And it's amazing. It's one side is supposed to be a mascara and the other is a brow gel. I use both for my brows and they both work great and I love it. It does feel a little crispy. Like if you don't like that feeling, then okay, but I really don't care on my brows. I don't notice it throughout the day or anything like that, but it's real nice. Real nice. For eyeshadow, I've actually really been loving the Riviera palette. I think the color selection is beautiful. I love the packaging. I love that it's kind of sturdy. I've been traveling a lot with this palette. Every time we've gone on a little vacay or house sit or whatever, I always take this with me. So I find I can actually get some nice neutral looks out of this. Like this one's great for like a one shadow look, so is this one. You have a nice dark brown, you have some bronzy shades and a gold and a silver. So I find I can actually get some good neutrals out of it, but then you also have your colors. So it's kind of best of both worlds. This is a great palette if you want to start dipping your toe into colors, but you're a little nervous. This is a wonderful palette because you kind of get both. The colors are very approachable. They're workable, at least for me. I love this hot pink is like a one shadow look. They're just gorgeous colors, and I think it's a good mix of neutral and color for me. So I would say, like, if I'm going somewhere and I only want to bring one palette, this is what I've been reaching for. I think it's a really beautiful, versatile palette. I think it's limited edition, but I'm not entirely sure, but I think if you can get your hands on it, it's definitely worth it. Lately, I've been playing a lot with the Jackie Aina palette too. I love that, but I think this is still, like, for me, a really good staple palette. I've really been loving this little palette, and the packaging is real cute and summery as well. Okay, the last thing is going to be the mascara. So again, kind of this little combo, both the primer and the mascara is what I've been using mostly. I haven't been wearing falsies a whole lot. Of course I am today. But I mean, I have been here and there, but most of the time I just do kind of this combo. My lashes have been getting a little bit longer, so I don't feel the need to wear falsies as often. I love the way this mascara makes my lashes look, even on its own. It makes them look volumized and thick and nice, but not like too clumpy. It builds well. It's absolutely beautiful mascara. The only thing is when I don't put the primer on, this smears like, it's like, it's bad. I get lots and lots of smudgies with this one when I use it on its own. I find when I put the primer underneath, it doesn't smudge, and I didn't really notice that this did smudge until I started using it alone. The primer is amazing. It makes your lashes look really thick and full. So I generally, on like a day-to-day basis, when I'm not doing any eyeshadow, I'll just go in with the mascara. But if I have a little bit of eyeshadow or liner on or whatever, and I want my lashes to be a bit fuller, I'll go in with the combo. I just love it, the way it makes my lashes look. It's like the closest that I can get my lashes to look to wearing like false lashes. So I really, really love this combo. I highly recommend either one. Like I said in my VIB haul or recommendations video, if you're gonna get one or the other, I would go for the primer just because I think it's a more unique product, but I also really, really love the mascara, and it's pretty much been my most reach for mascara all summer. So my fave lip product for the summer has been the Milk Makeup Kush Lip Glaze. It is so worn and dirty, and that is how you know I've been using it. I have been switching up my lip products like the past couple weeks, but when I think about the most used item throughout the summer, it's definitely this guy. It's basically, it's kind of like a lip mask, but it's also like a gloss. It gives you that kind of glossy look to the lips, but it's also super hydrating. So there's a lot of times when I just threw this on, I didn't do a lip color at all, or I put it on over a lip liner. When I'm not wearing any makeup, this is what I pop on. I've used it at night before too to give my lips some hydration, and I just love it. It's like my chapstick, you know, it's just, I carry it with me everywhere. I actually lost it for a few weeks because I had just been putting it in different bags and whatnot. So I want to get like 4 of these and just put them everywhere because I love it so much, and it's a great little product. It's great for hydrating your lips and giving you a little bit of that glossy sheen. So yeah, that is what I have been loving. So that's it for the makeup stuff. I have a few little lifestyle things I want to share with you. I have a few items of clothing. First of all is a skirt from H&M. I love this print so much. It's so beautiful. It's like, it's not a floral, but you still get that kind of plant aspect, I guess. And I just think it's really beautiful and very summery and nice. It's pretty wrinkly right now, but it's got this high slit. It's like it hits about mid-calf. And it has this little slit, which makes it kind of still fun and flirty. But I've been wearing this skirt all the time. I'll insert a couple pictures of me wearing it so you can see what it looks like on. But I absolutely love that. That's definitely been a fave. I've been loving that print as well. The other thing is these biker shorts. So these I got on Amazon. They're really cute. They're high-waisted. They have a pocket. Which is great. They hit about like just above the knee, or a little bit higher. I love these, man. I'm hopping on the biker short trend. It's okay. They're so comfortable, but they still kind of like suck everything in. They make your butt look really good. They fit well around the stomach, and I love them. I wear them with like, most of the time I'll wear them with like a bigger t-shirt and just some sneakers. It's just super quick and easy, so I'll throw them on when I'm going to the store or whatever. I'll even wear them like going out and whatnot. I've just really been loving them, and they're like just an easy little summer piece. I probably won't get a whole lot of use out of them moving into fall and winter, but I just think they're beautiful little summer pieces. Also, I am a LaCroix drinker. This is the apricot flavor. It's okay, but the flavor I want to tell you about is the Key Lime. Now, I've loved the coconut one for a long time, but the Key Lime is just perfect. It's still a LaCroix. It still tastes like you are drinking water next to a fruit. But the Key Lime has this very nice little aftertaste. You have to remember to get the Key Lime and not the regular lime, but the Key Lime, it tastes like, like right after you eat like a key lime cupcake or pie. That's what it tastes like, and it's just delicious. It's a lovely little refreshing summer drink. I'm out of it right now, so that's why I'm drinking the apricot one, but I highly recommend the Key Lime LaCroix. Okay, the last thing that I want to mention, which is kind of funny, is I have been playing so much Legend of Zelda. Just a lot. It's a bit much. It's keeping me from getting things done. I've been loving Breath of the Wild. I love this Switch as a console because I can just like sit in bed and just be like, but it's a larger screen, and then you can also put it on the TV. I mostly just play it handheld. It just is easiest for me to do it that way, but I've absolutely been loving that. It's just such a good way to kind of get my mind off things. I find like when I try to sit down and read a book, while I still enjoy reading, I can't quite like shut my brain off the way that I can when I'm playing a video game. It just like is such a good exercise, and I feel like it helps my anxiety a lot too, because it kind of gets you out of your head for a little bit. It just gets you, because it gets you so focused on this one thing, and I find that rarely anymore are we focused on just one thing, and that's why I think sitting down and reading a book is so hard for me too, because I feel like, like I should be doing other things, but I don't feel that way when I'm playing a video game, and I've particularly been loving Breath of the Wild. It's a gorgeous game. I think they're coming out with a new one soon. I'm not entirely sure, but I've loved Zelda, since I was a kid, but I've absolutely been loving that one. I love that there's a good mix of combat and puzzles, and the world is so big and expansive, so that's been another little fave for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up, and just join our little collective here. And yeah, so I'm excited to start delving into the fall makeup and whatnot, but I just wanted to share with you what I've been loving this summer. So yeah, I hope you guys all had an excellent summer. Let me know some of your fave products in the comments below, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!